Here's a little spoiler. You guys want to hear a secret? You guys want to hear a secret? So, Vitaly, there have been several instances, and I'm not going to say who and where and what, but with Vitaly.
Vitaly might be walking out of that Philippine jail way sooner than anyone expected. And not because he did his time, but because the whole case is falling apart. So check this out. Witnesses gone silent. The ones who were supposed to show up and press charges, they dip. And guess what? Only one case ever made it to paper. Just one. That's it. No proper testimonies, no solid follow-through, and with that, the whole thing's crumbling. You doing the math? This man might be completely off the hook. Now here's where it gets wild. You thought Vitaly vanished inside that overcrowded prison, sweating it out for years? Nah, the dude's back, and not just back, he's coming in swinging with cash, connections, and a slick exit plan. This wasn't a breakdown. This was a breakout. He's moving smart. Rumor is he's already prepping to bounce, either to Russia or maybe even the US. He's picking his next hideout like it's a vacation spot. But how on earth did this even happen? We're talking about someone who mocked the system, disrespected locals, and still managed to dodge a serious sentence. So the big question is, who did he pay? Who got their palms greased to make all this disappear? The Filipino justice system couldn't touch him. Officials tried, but with no witnesses, they had nothing to stick. And now Vitaly is out here ready to walk, smirking at everyone who thought this was the end. I've got all the tea, all the hidden parts they don't want you to hear. The shady deals, the mystery payoffs, the timeline of how he flipped this whole mess into an escape route. Buckle up, because what I found out is gonna blow your mind. Let's get straight into it. Like I said earlier, Vitaly is actually getting out. Yeah, for real, he's walking out of prison, and the authorities can't do a single thing to stop it. Why? Because the main witness just stepped down. And now that witness is out here saying Vitaly didn't even do anything wrong. Can you believe it? The only person who was supposed to testify against him has vanished into thin air. No testimony, no hard proof, no court drama, just gone. With that witness out of the picture, the whole case collapsed overnight. It's insane. And get this, the Philippines used to have this hardcore rep for being brutal on criminals. Everyone said, don't mess around there, they don't play. But this time, they fumbled. Bad. Some people are even saying they handled this worse than South Korea did with their scandals. Now we've got a controversial internet star just strolling out like nothing went down. No punishment, no justice, just freedom. And the craziest part, that's only the beginning.
Now, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler. Here's a little spoiler. You guys want to hear a secret? You guys want to hear a secret? So, Vitaly, there have been several instances, and I'm not going to say who and where and what, but with Vitaly, there were several instances where there was almost a Vitaly interview from the jail cell. But there's a lot of reasons why that hasn't happened, and I can't disclose them all, but that almost happened. Vitaly may actually still happen. It could happen. I'm not going to say how or when or whatever. It could happen. It's theoretical, right?
Now, here's the real shocker, guys. Nobody truly knew what was happening to Vitaly inside that Philippine jail. People were out here saying he looked broken, dropping weight, crying in his cell, completely falling apart. Even his own lawyer was calling him weak. But guess what? That was all part of the performance. Vitaly just proved that if anyone knows how to twist the system inside out, it's him. He played the victim, made the world feel sorry for him, but behind the scenes, he was moving in silence, throwing money around and making deals like a chess master. So now we have to ask, was this whole poor Vitaly storyline just a setup, a distraction to gain sympathy while he paid off the right people? Because look at the evidence. There's no more witness, no more case, and the authorities are acting like their hands are tied. How does that just happen? You already know the answer. Cash, influence, and straight up manipulation. Nobody's touching him now. Nobody can. He's slipping right out of their grip. And the craziest part, everyone used to say the Philippines had one of the toughest justice systems in Asia. But now, they're looking worse than South Korea. Just take Johnny Somali. South Korean authorities are still holding him tight. They're not letting anything slide. But the Philippines, they grabbed Vitaly first, and now they're deporting him with zero consequences, practically handing him freedom on a silver platter. This isn't just a legal loophole. This is full-blown manipulation at the highest level. It's wild, and honestly, it's disgusting. It makes you question everything about how justice works in that country. How many others have pulled the same move? This whole Vitaly situation has turned into the most ridiculous drama ever. And no, I'm not exaggerating when I call it a drama. For months, people were shouting that Vitaly was done for. Headlines said he was facing 20 years, then 29 years. It sounded like he was never getting out. And now, boom, he's about to get deported, not sentenced. Deported.
Commit a crime, they keep you for like 1/5 or 1/10 of your sentence, and then they're gonna, deport you because it's not worth it for them. It's not worth for the expenses or whatever to keep you during your, for example, 15-year or 10-year sentence, because they have to feed you, give you a place. It's going to take capacity of the prison. So they're going to, we're just going to deport your ass and not spend any money on you. Go back to your country and you're blacklisted and you're never allowed to come.
And here's the crazy part. He's not even being kept in the Philippines because they want to punish him. He's still there because both Russia and the US reportedly don't want to take him back. That's right. He's literally stuck because no country wants to claim him. And if you thought that was wild, wait till you hear this. An article just dropped that completely shook people's trust in the Philippine justice system. It revealed that Vitaly's jail time might be ending very soon. Why? Because all the key witnesses, they bailed, they refused to press charges, and there's only one official case file left. Just one. No testimony, no full complaints, nothing solid to keep him locked up. Let's break down some of the rumors spinning around now, because things are getting messy fast. One TikTok video, now spreading like wildfire, claims the creator actually visited Vitaly in jail. According to that post, Vitaly didn't think he'd be serving his full 24-year sentence at all. He fully expected to be deported instead. Even wilder, the TikToker claimed Vitaly might walk away completely free soon, because no witnesses showed up to make a proper complaint. Only one case was ever filed, and that might not hold up. So here's the deal. Deportation proceedings for Vitaly have officially started, but there's a major holdup. Philippine authorities confirmed that neither the United States nor Russia has stepped up to take him. No documents, no acceptance, nothing. Because of that, Vitaly's deportation is stuck in limbo until those last criminal charges are cleared up. And even if the final charges are dropped or settled, that still doesn't mean he's walking out free. He could be stuck in detention until one of those countries finally agrees to take him in. No one wants him, and that's making everything messier. Now, let's not forget, Vitaly Zucchi's name has been tied to controversy for years. He's already been arrested in places like the US, Brazil, and Egypt. But this right here, this is by far the most serious legal heat he's ever faced. More court hearings are expected in the coming weeks, and media across the globe are locked in on this story. This isn't just about one guy anymore. It's raising huge questions about how the Philippines handles foreign nationals who get caught up in legal trouble. People are starting to ask, is the system broken? Are the rules different when it comes to internet fame? But to put it super simple, if we're boiling it down to just a few words, Vitaly's getting deported. At this point, it's honestly not even shocking anymore because plenty of creators already saw this coming. Some countries run on straight up corruption, and if you've got money, you're basically untouchable. You commit the crime, maybe sit in jail for a year or two, and then just vanish like nothing happened. And that's exactly what's happening with Vitaly right now. He's been locked up in the Philippines before, and yet, look at him, out again. Dude knows the system like the back of his hand. He's done this dance before, and guess what? He pulled it off again. This isn't luck, this is strategy. He knows who to pay, what strings to pull, and how to slide through the cracks. So yeah, they're deporting him, but let's be real. That's just a dressed up way of saying they're letting him walk. No real sentence, no serious punishment. Just a one-way ticket out, courtesy of influence and a fat bank account. That's the ugly truth no one wants to admit. If you've got cash and the right connections, the rules don't apply. You don't face justice like the rest. Vitaly didn't just escape, he played the system and walked away clean. All right, let's talk about what's next. Because Vitaly's story doesn't end with deportation. In fact, that might just be the beginning of a whole new scandal. Word is, Vitaly's already lining things up behind the scenes. Sources close to the situation say he's been in contact with people in both Russia and some low-key spots in Eastern Europe. He's not just looking for a safe place to land, he's planning his comeback. And if you think he's laying low after all this heat, think again. People are saying he's already drafting up new content, prepping to drop a video that tells his side of the story. But don't expect an apology. That's not Vitaly's style. If anything, this guy thrives off controversy. The more people talk about him, the bigger his views get. And now that he's dodged serious jail time, he's about to use that to boost his image even more. Twisted, right? Insiders also say he's been bragging to close circles that he beat the system twice and that no country can really hold him. That kind of attitude, dangerous, because it sends a message. If you're loud enough, rich enough, and shameless enough, you can get away with anything. Here's where things take an even darker turn, because Vitaly's not just walking away, He might be setting a blueprint for the next wave of drama-chasing influencers. Ever since news broke that he's getting deported instead of serving hard time, shady creators online are already hyping him up like he's some kind of hero. People in comment sections are calling him untouchable, a genius, even saying things like he played the game and won, and that's terrifying. Because instead of learning a lesson, some of these wannabe influencers are now thinking they can pull the same stunt. It's turning into a dangerous pattern. Go to a foreign country, break the law, stir up controversy, blow up online, and then escape with a slap on the wrist, or none at all. And Vitaly, he's becoming the poster boy for this reckless playbook. Whether he meant to or not, he just showed the world how easy it is to exploit broken systems if you've got money and followers. But here's the thing, how long can this cycle last? Sooner or later, somebody's going to push it too far. Someone won't get lucky, and when that happens, the fallout's going to be massive. Now let's talk about what Vitaly's freedom actually means. Not just for him, but for the entire online world watching this unfold. Because this isn't just some internet drama anymore. This is real-life proof that clout can overpower consequences. Think about it. A guy caught up in serious legal trouble, locked up overseas, facing years behind bars, and now he's back on the streets, probably planning his next viral stunt. This whole situation sends one loud message. Fame protects you. Vitaly didn't escape because the system worked. He escaped because the system bent for him. And the scary part, the system might bend again for someone else. The more followers you have, the more power you hold, even when you're in the wrong. And now other creators are watching closely. They're not seeing jail time, they're seeing free publicity. They're not seeing consequences, they're seeing a shortcut to going viral. And when you mix that mindset with influence, ego, and no accountability, that's a disaster waiting to explode. Vitaly might walk away thinking he won, but the rest of us are left wondering how many others are going to copy his moves. What country will be next? Who will be the next bad boy of YouTube, pulling off the same play? So yeah, like you just heard from Just Kush, that's the truth. Vitaly is really walking out of that Philippine prison. But here's the big question. Is there one final twist waiting to hit? Could something still go down at the very last second? Could the authorities suddenly snap out of it and go, wait, you're not going anywhere? Or is he going to slide out of the country before anyone can even blink? Really think about it. How much time does Vitaly actually have left in the Philippines? A few days? A couple hours? Maybe he's already packing his bags while officials are still figuring out paperwork? But with Vitaly, nothing ever goes smooth. Nothing's ever normal. He's the king of chaos. He moves with cash, power, and zero fear of consequences. He doesn't follow the system, he plays it. So I gotta know what you think. Is he really about to walk away that easily? Or is there one last curveball waiting to wreck his plan? Will this story end with a clean getaway or one more wild twist? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'm reading all of them. How long do you think Vitaly's got left before he vanishes for good? And if you made it this far, sound off in the comments. Do you think Vitaly beat the system, or is the final chapter still coming? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this.